First, let's look at technology as a facilitator. Technology is a facilitator when it helps workers do their jobs in ways that do not overly diminish their autonomy in how the technology is being used. The crucial distinction here is that the worker has control over how the technology is deployed and used. Now, it's true that for any design, there are going to be use implications in terms of how something is designed. We are structured in our use of some technology just by how it's designed. Someone is likely to pick up a fork by the handle because the way a fork is shaped infers or dictates where you should grab it. Likewise, the tines of a fork, the pointy ends, indicate or dictate that that's the side that's used to stick into something to pick it up. And so while we can choose how we use the fork, the design itself does help us along in terms of how it's meant to be used. But ultimately, it's still up to us in terms of how we use it, how we hold it, how we scoop things with it, how we stick things with it, or whether or not it's used at all. Some people just might like to eat with their hands. And so technological improvements in the workplace can be great facilitators. They can help workers do more things more quickly and easily. You can just think about a calculator, for instance, in terms how it makes calculations easier. Thus the name, I guess, calculator. But what you are calculating, how you're using the calculator, and for what reasons is not set by the calculator itself. It's just a tool that you can deploy. You can use it to add, subtract, do complex kind of calculations, or even write funny words like hello with it. From an educational standpoint, I remember when I was an undergraduate and I was working with a faculty member. Frequently, this faculty member would have me photocopy images from books, from magazines, other things that he collected, and put them on transparencies. Now, for you kids out there, transparencies were these clear sheets that when you photocopied onto, it allowed a projector to shoot light through and project the image on a screen. These are very ancient times. And he had scores of transparencies organized into different files. So my job was to make the transparencies. It was kind of a laborious process because you had to find the images, you had to cut them out, or you had to photocopy the images themselves on regular paper, and then you had to change the paper into the transparency paper, and then you had to photocopy it again, and you had to make sure it came out properly. And so there were a lot of steps involved. Now, of course, PowerPoint changed all that, as well as obviously the internet changed it as well, because now you can just go online, find the images you're looking for, copy and paste or save those images to a file, put them into your PowerPoint, and there you go. You have images on electronic slides. And it's no doubt much easier than making transparencies. I can, right before class, decide I need images for something, find them, put them on a slide. There I go. But the technology of PowerPoint doesn't necessarily fundamentally change the way I'm working, the way I'm teaching. It doesn't dictate that I need to use it. It doesn't dictate how I use it. All it does is provide me a tool to make my job easier, to facilitate what it is I'm trying to do, which is educate students. So technology as a facilitator, it's still up to me how and if I use that technology.